Hi Aries, this is your January 2016 horoscope. Happy New Year, and I'm Lada from astrolada.com for anyone who has the ascendant, sun or even moon in Aries. So how does the year start? Well, there is a concentration of planets in earth signs in January, and the earth signs, like Virgo and Capricorn, and these actually trigger your material houses of material manifestation, of career, of work, of responsibilities. So anything which is practical and tangible comes to the surface, comes to your focus. For you in January, it's almost as if you've had the festivity moment of December and now you're back into serious mode, cracking on your responsibilities at work, because Capricorn is activated, which is your 10th house of career, of responsibilities, of worldly achievements, of your projects, for example, and the Sun will be there, Mercury will be there, Pluto is also there. So it's almost, there's a lot of focus on achievement, a lot of focus on climbing the social ladder, a lot of focus on arranging something in regards to your social status, because Mercury, which is a planet of management, of organization, will become retrograde in your 10th house in Capricorn, which happens rarely, maybe once every few years. So whenever Mercury gets retrograde, it becomes stronger. It's twice or 3 times closer to the Earth, so its energy becomes very prevalent. So you're required to put a lot more mercurial efforts into 10th house matters. What does it mean? Well, mercurial efforts is planning, organizing, arranging, something to do with your career, something to do with your social status. And sometimes social status can be, how you are seen in society, either as a housewife or supporter of your husband or as a public figure. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you want to be known for and that you identify with as achievements, this is what you'll be arranging. So, for example, people with mercurial careers, 10 houses careers, Mercury is anything that is with communication, writing, speaking, contracts, documents of any sort, anything which is to do with media, anything which is with marketing, advertising, with presenting any papers and reports. You see so many careers of Mercury focus, or lawyers, for example, people in administration, people in business, they all deal with Mercury things, the written, spoken words, communication, negotiations, or people that are in management overall, people that are in organizing of some sort. They'll be extremely busy. It's like January, either some projects come and they have to, that require 3 times more energy of them to put, and mercurial energy, which is mental, organizational energy. And you'll be required to put that, and you'll be arranging stuff like that, And actually, people say when Mercury is retrograde, everything goes wrong. Actually, no. When a planet goes retrograde, it just requires 3 times more efforts, but the results that it gives after that are 3 times more longer lasting and more impactful. Because it's kind of, you almost asked to do it 2-3 times over and over. When the planet moves retrograde 1, 2, 3 times in your 10th house, so Mercury will stay like for 2 months in your 10th house of career. And the whole process will finish by the end of February. You'll start seeing the results of those extra Mercury efforts of communication, writing, speaking, management, organizing that you've been putting, that will be able to maybe put your social status and even your career on a higher level. Some of you might have, for example, a few interviews to get a job, to get a better position. Some of you might have very important conversation with authority figures, or even father figures in some sort. Some of you might be, starting on some projects that demands a lot of your attention, focus, a lot of your, all the skills that you have, because Mercury is our skill set that we've learned from either children or university or whatever, or in the process of your career. This is what Mercury wants you to organize and will make you put a great focus on in January. And I believe this process continues into February till Mercury fully comes out of your 10th house in the career. So you have a rare opportunity by personal effort and applying the best skills that you have to transform in some way your social status, maybe even to get some promotion, or maybe to put the final touches, revisit, redo some career projects that you're working on, especially if you have those mercurial careers. And most of us nowadays in the Western world in very much white collar, mercurial, intellectual careers. And this is where there'll be a huge focus. The sun is also in your 10th house, making you more initiative in that area. You'll definitely have more interactions with authority, higher standing people, and some important conversations with such. For example, I'm Aries, and in January I am working very hard on doing a new website, putting the final touches, revisiting, redoing it, and I'm working on a few courses that I'll be able to release by February, I'm hoping. So you see the kind of energy that it will have. And at the same time, Jupiter will be helping you from the 6th house. 6th house is another work-related, service-related, material, tangible, manifestation-related house. And why is it so important? Jupiter is there for another 10 months, 9 months. But why is exactly in January so important? Because, first of all, Jupiter is turning retrograde, which means it becomes stationary. So it looks like almost for the whole month it's sitting in the same spot in the sky. It's not moving. And when a planet becomes stationary, about to turn backwards, it becomes 5 times stronger. It's like its energy intensifies. Like you're gathering before you start moving in a direction, and in the energy something's gonna build up there. And especially in regards to daily activities with routines, in regards to service that you have to do, people that are employed. For example, Jupiter will intensify there, and Jupiter is naturally a benefic planet, so it can give you expanding whatever it is. So the 6th house, it's going to expand probably the workload, it's going to expand your responsibilities and duties again. But it's making all those good trine aspects, supporting the agenda of the Sun and Mercury, retrograde Mercury in the 10th house, because they're both Earth houses. So they're supporting each other. They're working together for very similar things, to get things done. Jupiter in the 6th house, to manage to organize better, to get some knowledge, because Jupiter is the planet of higher knowledge and some kind of deeper realization and understanding and wisdom and vision, broader vision, and to apply it and to start applying it very intensely into 6th house matters, which is, first, 6th house is also your health routines. So maybe if you've been thinking about reading books on health, or reading books on starting a new diet, on starting a new healthier workout regime, or changing your lifestyle, daily routines, maybe by waking earlier, by going for walks, having more mobilities, anything that improves your physical health, which is triggered sometimes by us feeling that our body is starting to give up on us, not feeling so well mentally and physically. And Jupiter escalates all this, so you can, start whatever knowledge and wisdom you've been getting, especially in the last 2-3 months, since Jupiter was moving forwards in your 6th house, in regards to all those health matters, in regards to all those daily routines, in regards to putting more order and efficiency in your life, in regards to becoming more efficient in your responsibilities, duties, and sorting out material, practical matters and fixing practical material problems, which is 6th house is a bit more difficult energy of where problems come up, which are practical, like illness or whatever, or you become very aware of something which is not working, so you go to fix it. And you've been getting some knowledge or some information or thinking more deeply about those things in the last 1 to 3 months. And when Jupiter starts moving retrograde from January for 2-3 months after that, it's like you start implementing those. Like the universe tells you, okay, you've gathered enough insight. Now you start revising it, doing it, putting, when a planet goes retrograde, we're required to put 3 times more effort. That's why they have bad rap. But it's this bad reputation comes from the fact that you just have to put more effort, but the results again are longer lasting. So you'll be asked also probably if some work engagements came, new responsibilities in the last few months, or new lifestyle thoughts and ideas to start really getting down to making them happen, to really set them into a routine, to really make them part of your everyday reality. And so Jupiter will actually, and Jupiter is joined now in January, the whole month, very close with the North Node. And Jupiter has expanding influence, and the North Node has materially manifesting influence, outwardly manifesting. So the North Node acts like a magnifying glass to whatever planet it joins. So when it joins Jupiter, it's like a magnifying glass in regards to all those responsibilities, duties, matters of health and routines, fixing those. I'm not going to repeat it again. I explain what the sixth house is, but it becomes a super important influence. And actually all those reshuffling and applying stronger, more organization, more wisdom into how you do your daily activities in health or in your work will help your social image, will help you move forward in regards to your career and the impact you make on the world and your authority, basically, because Jupiter is helping all those planets in the 10th house. So that's how a lot of the energy is focused in January. In January, we start with a bang, we get practical, we get more serious, we get more down to earth and more down to fixing those things and working on those material career matters. And at the same time, you have Venus most of January in the 9th house areas, which is it's more supportive for your energy. Overall, makes you when Venus is in the 9th house, we're a little bit more optimistic somehow, and it helps us be a bit more luckier. Venus becomes luckier. Whichever planet transits in the 9th house will become more lucky with it, because it's very supportive energy to us, to Aries, the 9th house, because it's a fire sign. And this means that maybe you will be able in love to be a bit more positive, more lucky. Maybe you'll be able to see the bigger picture when it comes to matters of socializing relationships, in matters of, Venus, which is also, sorry, skipped my mind. But also there might be a woman in your life who becomes, because Venus is a female energy, who becomes like a good advisor. Take the advice if it comes from a woman. Take the advice from this person, because it's kind of like a God-sent lucky. God is sending you information and knowledge through that person. Let's see what else is happening. Mars is going into Scorpio, Aries. And that's your 8th house. Mars is going to be there till August. But Mars will get retrograde there, which is a huge thing. When Mars gets retrograde, it becomes 3 times stronger. And when a fiery, angry planet gets 3 times stronger, we get a lot of energy, but at the same time, a lot of pressure on us. But we're going to talk about that from February, because Mars goes into that area of where it's going to impact mostly in January. So I'm going to talk everything about Mars going retrograde from February and how it's going to impact you personally, and what the themes that you have to work on will be mostly about. So this is what I see for you in January, Aries. Thank you very much. I don't have specific degrees to give to any of you right now, but I hope you got the gist of the whole month. And you can always subscribe to my website, to my YouTube channel, or you can call me at astrolada.com, or the amazing psychics that I'm putting a new website very soon here, psychics and astrologers that are there for you 24/7. There's loads of astrological information there, loads of esoteric, tarot, and everything else. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next month.